The Mix 105.7.
The best music, the best variety right here on The Mix 105.7. Tony Braxton with another sad love song. The Secret State right before that, The Biggest Mistake, one of their latest. And joining me right now is, we got Kathy, correct?
Kathy Solga, yes.
Kathy Solga, and then
Chuck Andrus,
and
yes.
we're here to talk about an old-fashioned country Christmas.
Cowboy
Christmas. I knew I was going to mess that up. I knew I was going to mess that one up. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about this. I've embarrassingly admitted to you guys already that I've only been to Medora twice, and that was just over this last summer. So tell me a little bit about what's going on this weekend. That's coming not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Yeah, correct. The dates. We'll just put the dates out there right away. December 7th, 8th, and 9th are the dates. And Alan, for folks like you that are just new to Medora, there's a lot of new folks in the area, so December is a great time to come to Medora. We have a great lineup on Friday. The first day of it, we originally started the Medora's Old Fashioned Cowboy Christmas to honor our veterans, and it's on the 7th, which is Pearl Harbor Day. We talked about that earlier, and so we kick off the ceremony by having actually a ceremony and a parade, a wreath parade, and then we do a Veterans Award ceremony.
That's correct, and this year too there's going to be a little bigger do with it all, too, to honor the veterans. One of our committee members, Wally Owen, has been out organizing that, and we have a number of choirs from the region. Some honor guards are going to be there. It's going to be a little bigger deal this year, especially with the Friday event happening on Pearl Harbor Day. And of course, that was quite the traumatic situation, 50, 60 years ago when that happened. And so we'd like everybody to come out and help kick off the weekend with, first they can have some oyster stew at the Cowboy Cafe, and then attend the memorial service, the wreath ceremony. And then we move right into the Dakota Air radio show. And there's going to be a wine and beer and hors d'oeuvres with that. And it is a full ticket. You do need tickets in advance, and we've got some tickets we're going to give away later on in the show. But the tickets are $25, and they can call 623-4910 for tickets for the show. And again, that's for the reservation line, and it's $25, and that includes the Dakota Air radio show, wine and beer sampling, and hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, and I'm looking at the list of the scheduled events that you guys have going on that weekend, and good grief, there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
The one that I actually I read right away that was the first thing on the list. What is an unsupervised sledding?
That is going to be, if you want to go out and slide down the buttes, assuming we have some snow at the time. I highly recommend snow, but it will be unorganized. In other words, if you want to take your kids or just grab a toboggan and head up on top of a butte there over by the chateau, they have an area that is set aside for that, and you can just enjoy. It's like I say, it's just open sledding. Okay. Let's put it that way. It's probably a better way to phrase it.
I don't know. It sounded exciting. Unsupervised sledding. It's like people were just covering their eyes as kids were rolling down into danger.
But on the other days with the sledding, the chateau is going to have a warming fire, and I believe they're going to have some refreshments available
some
too.
hot chocolate and stuff like that.
Okay, and then coming up on Saturday. So Friday we have the oyster stew, and then we have the ceremony, and then the Dakota Air radio show, and then on Saturday we have a supper and dance going on.
Absolutely, yes. Well, and to start the day, we're going to have a breakfast. All the proceeds will go to the Home on the Range. We have the have to mention Eats on the Streets. Alan, you should come out for that. We have everybody puts out their best recipe or their best whatever they make, and you just go around from business to business, and sometimes it's free, Most of the time, there's
Some may have a
maybe
nominal
yeah.
charge, but most
But-
of them are gratis. So you can go and, basically, if you go to the Cowboy Christmas, you will not be empty. Let's put it
Yeah.
that way. You will be able to fill up on food and treats through the whole weekend. There's events for that.
Well, I heard the word food, and you kind of sold me on that one
Exactly.
right there. I, as you saw when I brought in my baked goods this morning,
Yeah, they look
I like
good.
my food. So we have all of that going on Saturday, and then just to point out a couple of them on Sunday, you'll have a breakfast again, with the proceeds going to a different group this time.
Yeah, absolutely. The group this time is Close Up. It's a group from Beach that they are trying to raise money to go to Washington. So
Yes, I was a member
great
of that in
cause.
high school.
Okay, great.
And
So-
Close Up, great organization. I loved going. It was one of my favorite trips out of high school.
Yeah, cool.
So highly recommend going to any of those breakfasts to help support Home on the Range, help support the Close Up
Yeah.
group. And then we're going to go caroling on Sunday, it looks like, too.
Yes, there are some carols, again, following the breakfast. That'll be at the community center. Most of the events, by the way, when people come to Medora, they can pick up a full schedule at the community center. And if there's any last-minute announcements or anything that we've thought up between now and then, because it seems like we're always adding something, there may be some other activities to do, and that's where you'd pick up the latest information. Some of the shops will also have their flyers for special Christmas buys, that sort of thing. But that's where they would go for that. And the carols, the caroling would be held there. And then after that, if they want to go to the Northern Plains Ethnic Foundation Christmas food taste and find out about all those Germans from Russia Christmas foods and others, that's kind of my heritage. So I'm looking forward to trying that. That's new to the offering this year.
So that would probably be like your Kuchens and your... And probably a whole bunch of those. Like I'm of German heritage too, so
Yeah,
not necessarily Germans
yeah.
from Russia, but I'm
Right,
of German
and-
heritage. So
and-
it's similar food.
Oh yeah, and of course there's all sorts of other ethnicities. Is that the right way to phrase that?
That would be it.
That would be represented there. So if you want to try something that you've never had before, that might be a good spot to try it out.
And that'll be on Sunday, and this is all going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, December 7th, 8th, and 9th. So not this weekend, but the following weekend. And just like I said, there's just a whole laundry list. There's something for everyone to be able to go and do that weekend at a old-fashioned Cowboy Christmas. That's over in Medora, December 7th, 8th, 9th. Be there or be square, and we are going to give away some tickets right now.
Yeah, we've got a couple of tickets, both for the Dakota Air, the radio show, and the wine and beer sampling. So you need to be 21 for that, and of course we'll check your ID at the door. but we've got 2 tickets we'll give away to that, and then 2 tickets for the Christmas supper and dance the following Saturday.
Okay, so which one do you want to give away right now? We'll do a quick fire.
We'll let the ladies choose.
We will go with the Friday night.
With the Friday night?
Yep, the Dakota Air, the radio show.
All right, well, I'm just going to take the first caller.
Okay,
So
sounds
225-1057. Give me
Okay.
a call, 225-1057. I'm going to let you guys go while we figure
Okay.
out who the winner is. Thank you guys very much. Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy. Thank you, Chuck. Can't wait for an old-fashioned Cowboy Christmas. That's an old-fashioned Cowboy Christmas, December 7th, 8th, 9th. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. You can go online to, can you go online to Facebook?
Yes,
Yeah.
we have a Facebook page. Just look it up under Old Fashioned Cowboy Christmas, Medora's Old Fashioned Cowboy Christmas, and there'll be a full list on Facebook.
All right, and if you have any questions or want to get reservations, give them a call at 701-623-4910. 701-623-4910. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Can't wait. I'm going to have to go check it out.
Sounds good.
All right, we got some Survivor right now with Burning Heart.
Playing the best music and the best variety. The Mix 105.7.